At 50 years old, I was sitting on my bed, drinking alcohol, married almost 31 years, and I wondered, is this all there is to life? And that day, I remember having this vision. I saw myself in a dark room. It wasn't a hospital. It wasn't a retirement home. It was just a place where my life was ending early. And I was alone, and somehow I knew this was it. And nothing dramatic happened. Life had just gone quiet. And that terrified me. Because from the outside, my life looked full. Television, stages, the Today Show. People would tell me, Allie, I'd love to have your life. But at 50, I felt empty, not tired, not bored, empty. My marriage was ending. My career was ending. And I was carrying trauma that I hadn't even named yet. And I was medicating that trauma with alcohol. And the woman that people admired, she didn't exist behind closed doors. Behind the scenes, I felt ashamed, lost, disconnected from myself. And I kept asking myself, how did I do all this and still end up here? Is this really all there is? Life felt meaningless. And so I walked away, not because someone ruined my life, but because I could no longer live inside a life that wasn't mine. I packed up the necessities into this green tub. I'll never forget it, with no lid. I had my clothes inside, my hair dryer, curling iron on top, and that was it. No home, no car, no safety net. And I believed at that time that meant that I was starting from nothing. But what I didn't know was that I was finally starting from truth. I'd spent years fitting into boxes, living for approval, staying quiet to stay accepted. But something in me refused to die like that. So I started again. And yes, I rebuilt my life. I found the love of my life. I rebuilt my body. And I built a business to help women rise the same way. And that is why this page exists. That is why Phoenix exists. But I need to tell you something, honestly. Even now, I am rising again. Because in June, a family member decided to take my life. And here is something I never could have imagined. The strength I'd been building in my body over those years going to the gym is what saved my life. Isn't it funny how God works, how life works? It prepares you for things you never could have seen coming. And once again, I found myself in the ashes. But this time, I knew something I didn't know before. What was meant to silence me awakened me. What was meant to break me strengthened me. What was meant to shut me down has liberated my voice. Because here is the truth, ladies. Ashes do not get to decide your future. Choice does. It's easier to stay quiet. It's easier to stay hidden. It's easier to stay down. But that is not what you and I were made for. See, life is not over at 40. Life is not over at 50. Life is not over at 60. In fact, what lies ahead often requires more wisdom, more discernment, more courage than anything that you left behind. And here's the truth. You have that now. You have that now. I'm 58. I'm proud of who I am. I have wisdom. I have strength. I'm useful. I'm needed. I'm not behind. I'm rising. And if you're watching this right now, it's on purpose. If you're wondering if your life is over, maybe it isn't ending. Maybe it's finally asking you to step forward. See, the season didn't destroy you. It forged you. And women who are forged by the fire do not disappear. They rise.